Hello mortal, today I will drag you into the abyss to paint a miniature of the Order of the Death Spectres in the Grimdark style. I prepared the miniature with AK Primer Black, AK Primer White and decal for the shoulder pad, applying everything with an airbrush. I paint all the metallic parts of the miniature with Vallejo TMM obsidian black base. I also use a sponge to chip several edges of the armor to add some weathering. Now I paint the weapon and the Baltea with burnt red. I paint the purity seals that way too. Then I paint everything golden on the model with Vallejo TMM Arcane Gold base. I paint the Purity Seal parchments with Warpaint Fanatic Worn Stone. And the bone colored eagle on the chest with Brain Matter beige. Since the Death Spectres all have very light skin, I paint them with AK Light Flesh. The model is a lieutenant, so I paint the hair in a shade of grey, namely AK Ash Grey. The base colors are all painted. Now I'm coating the model with a satin varnish and then airbrushing a layer of Villainy Ink Goons Grime onto the entire model and letting it dry. Now let's start with the dark magic. Dip a Q-tip in mineral spirits and remove most of the grime, doing it so carefully to allow the pigments to run into the shadows. Black cannot be shaded any further. I decide to wash all the recesses with a rust-like color. After drying, this creates a very nice contrast to the black of the armor. For that I use Villainy Ink Ex Machina. I then cover everything metallic, the parchment, the eagle and the deepest shadows with Decrepit Filth. The Death Spectres and Death are inseparable brothers, so the mini needs something spooky. I decide on Villainy Ink Coelia Green and paint the face and ghost with it. To make the mini look more realistic, and because I don't want any shine, I paint the entire model with AK Ultramatte varnish. I want to add a few accents in silver and gold. To do this, I use Vallejo TMM Sterling Silver and Arcane Gold Light, and paint the reflective points of the middle with them. The metallic accents are painted on, now I want to breathe a little life into the face. To do this, I use Villainy Ink Caput Mortum and wash on the model's eyes and nose area. The Death Spectre is painted, now all that's missing is the base. I'll paint it in a warm brown tone, aka red brown, as I want to depict its home world, a cemetery world. I paint the gravestone with AK Interaktive reddish grey to keep the color tone consistent. I wash the entire base with Villainy Ink Decrepit Filth. Note that I only paint and wash the edges, as the surface will be sprinkled afterwards. To attach the basing flock, I use white glue from AK Interaktive because it dries super fast. So I apply the glue everywhere I want the cemetery ground to be. My good hobby friend, A Tale of Grimdark, has designed an ingenious basing product in collaboration with German manufacturer Krautcover. Visit him and Krautcover on Instagram to see more of their work. I spread the basing product generously on the glue and let it dry for 10 minutes thanks to the quick drying glue. Then I knock off the previous mixture and remove any dust from the model. If you want, you can fix the base with a pigment fixer or, in my case, AK gravel and sand fixer. Then I paint the base edge in my desired color and spray the model with a little blood. And there you have it. It's that easy to paint the Death Spectre. Thank you for your time and see you soon. Thanatos.